That'll do it.
I didn't know I had to do that. I thought it was a you thing.
No.
Why is there so many fucking hoops to jump through?
You have a lot of hoops to jump through, Russ Factor.
Hi, welcome to the podcast. It's Slot Master and Russ Factor right here on Two Guys, One Slot. Doing the intro for the YouTubes. I might have partook in some beverages today.
What's your level at?
Probably a 6.
6? Okay. I don't necessarily need to know that prior to, but that may be a little bit of knowledge that one could throw in. All right, welcome YouTube, episode 45, Two Guys, One Slot. Hi, I'm Corey. It's however many miles away, 1,600 and so. I'm going to find out tomorrow because I am driving tomorrow to go to. You know what really upsets me? It's called the Valley of the Sun. However, it's supposed to be cold and rainy all next week.
Oh, my God. It was like 80 degrees the last 2 days. And I looked at the weather, and I was like, why is there rain? Tomorrow's supposed to be nice, a little rainy, but then it's like 68 again. Like,
yeah.
I'm done with it.
It's all right. We'll be there. I'll be there for a while.
Yeah.
Thursday through, I'm not sure when I'm coming back. Probably, I don't know. We'll see.
When are you heading out tomorrow?
Well, that's the thing. Last night / this morning was very interesting at Casa de Slot Master.
Spoiler alert, he's on the road right now broadcasting from his Tesla alert. For some reason. He's going to drive it across the country.
Spoiler alert, I'm in my car now.
You don't drive the Tesla out here, do you?
No. So we 5-ish a.m. this morning, Central Standard Time.
This morning.
My oldest started. She came down and just had vomit just everywhere, in her hair, on her clothes, on her everywhere, and that started.
And you said, stop.
I said, "Would you quit throwing up, or I'm going to ground you?" So that started a chain of events that was very similar to. Do you have like circus music you could play? It was an absolute circus. Like one has never. I haven't witnessed that in my household. So my oldest daughter's almost 10. She comes down, puke in her hair. I look at her and I look over at my wife, who I had been up. I'd barely slept at all. And I look over at her and I was like, she's puking. She's got it all over in her hair. And so my wife immediately jumps up. She runs in, throws her into the shower, I think. Yeah, the shower. And then she just starts puking again all over. At least it was in the shower. It was in the shower, and it was just mostly water because she'd puked everywhere up in her room. Didn't make it to the restroom.
Oh, no.
So then she comes down. Wife throws her in the shower, immediately turns the shower on. And, I would say about 45 seconds into them installing this tile floor in our bathroom, I said, man, this shit is slick. Somebody's going to fall and kill themselves.
Oh, no, and now you're dead. Oh.
So my wife throws my kid in the shower, starts puking, projectile vomiting in the shower. I'm just laying there. I was like, I don't know what to do. I'll let her. If our other kid comes down, we'll kind of play a zone defense right now, and then our other kid comes down, we'll play man to man. I've got the youngest. She throws the kid in the shower, vomiting, jumps out of the shower, sort of slips for the first time, and I was like, oh no, be careful. Then the kid starts puking again. She runs back inside after coming downstairs, cleaning the vomit up a little bit upstairs. The second time, full on feet, banana peel, up in the air, lands right like on her shoulders. I was like, oh, it was slow motion. I was laying, just kind of sitting on my bed, laying in between sitting and or whatever. And I saw it and I was like, oh, man, that tile sure is slick.
Woo.
So that was how the whole morning started out. And then I just got up and went to work at like 7:15 after I dropped my other kid off at school. She was like, hey, what's happening? Well, who was taking a shower? That was it was a cluster F. There's a whole bunch of that stuff going on at our kids' school. I guess it was only a matter of time. So basically, how I normally sleep is I'll kind of fall asleep about 4:30 or 5, and then I'll sleep till about. Lately, I've been sleeping till like 8:30 or 9, and then getting up and going to work. So today, I just got up, took my kid to school, went to work. Came home a little bit earlier.
You a nap guy? You ever take a nap every now and
then? No. I get what is called the A and B's, the after nap blues. If I take a nap, no matter how long it is,
you feel like you got the flu.
Oh, it is like I've got the worst hangover. I'm in a horrible mood.
That's how my wife gets.
It's just I am not a nap person. I don't know. It was so that's how it started, and hopefully. Our kid pretty much puked all morning. She would sleep a little bit, wake up, puke, sleep a little bit, wake up, puke. And then I came home from work. Her color looked a little bit better. She was doing a little bit better, I hope.
Holding down some fluids and shit?
I don't know about that. Little ice chips, that whole kind of thing. So that's where we were.
You know to cure that, right? You know, I mean, it's just a big old double quarter pounder with cheese from McDonald's.
That's what the Russ Factor. It's what the doctor orders over at the Russ Factor house.
Cure all. It's the ultimate reset button.
So now, an upset tummy. Would you like a little bit of Coca-Cola and a double quarter pounder? You gotta get the
double quarter pounder, the French fries, and the ice cold crisp McDonald's Coca-Cola.
There is something about. The McDonald's drink.
Yeah, and if you're really hungover and it's breakfast hours, you just order 4 the egg McMuffins.
Ooh.
The sausage ones.
Sausage and egg McMuffins. Holy cow.
4 of those. You're going to eat 2 in one sitting. You're going to eat 1 like an hour later, and then you're going to want another one cold at like 3 p.m. Hangover you'll be drinking the next night, guaranteed. Russ Factor tip for you.
Russ Factor tip. It's a good tip. I don't think I want to shove 4 egg McMuffins down my kid's throat.
She's tiny, so you got to double. They half that. You cut them in half. Like only order 2, but cut them in half. And no, eat one. Eat one right at the beginning, right when you get.
Great idea. Great idea.
And then you have half of one an hour and a half, 2 hours later when she wants a snack, and then the other one nice and cold from the fridge. Like at 4 p.m.
I'm not sure, Russ Factor, if that would be the best.
She doesn't have a hangover.
She will not have a hangover.
Well, no, she's obviously ill because children spread disease.
They do, and there's a bunch of just dirty kids at her school, I'm sure, and she's probably one of them. Just coughing
my buddy's got young kids, man, and his kid, they just went on a cruise, and his kid started throwing up 2 days before the cruise. He went on a 5-day cruise, and he said, "Yeah, she stopped throwing up about day 4."
Oh my god!
He decided to go on the cruise anyways.
Why? I don't understand. I know there's people out there that
are
cruise
you'll
folks.
Never get me on the cruise.
You will never. Never is a long time.
I tell them all the time. I go, the only way you'll get me on a cruise if it's a special cruise where you go in that boat, but it never leaves the dock, and I can get off anytime I want.
You see that boat? I'm the captain now.
But like, if we can have a cruise where it's like you hang out and do boat things, and the motor's running so you can feel it. And we do like boat shit, but it's like, like a day and a half in, I'm like, all right, I'm ready to go home. I just get off the boat and go home, get in my car and fucking leave.
I think that my old pal, the Slot Master's bodyguard, he just got back from a cruise, and he was on one of those all-inclusive cruises.
Did anybody fall off his boat? Because that's...
No. That's the latest trend that I saw.
That'd be
and then
me.
I got in this TikTok loop last night where I was watching from this Royal Caribbean cruise.
The dude who fell off on the Christmas cruise?
No, no, that was a different one. But these people were walking sideways.
Oh, the one that started leaking and flooding and everything.
Yes.
And did you see the lady in that video? Like the older lady that was trying to go with her husband down the stairs, and like she could not understand
what was going on.
I'm like, what the hell are you? You're never gonna be on one of these, man.
Hell no.
No, cruises aren't for me.
Unless you pay me to go on that cruise.
Keep it at the dock. I'll go on that boat and party all I want, but I want to be able to just like not get off. And if I want to jump off, I'm 10 feet from shore, maybe 30.
I saw that in the slot world, Vegas Matt is having a cruise. I'd just be like, you'd have to pay me handsomely to go to that and beyond that. But other than that, I couldn't possibly go on a cruise.
We're going on a boat in March, I think. It's a nice cruise for the Slot Master and Russ Factor. It's a waterside casino in Kansas City. That's about what you're gonna get. I'm not going on a cruise with you. It's not you guys. It's the fact that I'm never going on a cruise.
Nope. And I'm going to scream multiple times. I am the captain now.
The boat will sink. I'll fall off the boat. Other people will fall off the boat, and it'll make the thing awkward. We're not doing that. But
no,
I've always had the dream cruise where it's like, I'll go hang out on your boat if it never leaves the dock.
And everybody's always says, oh, my God, cruises are the best.
No,
you have to go on them.
Does it sound like a fun time even in the start?
Another horror story. Last week, a friend went, I guess a friend of a friend, because I don't know the gentleman, but he came back from this cruise. It was over Christmas, and I'm not sure. He wasn't the fellow that fell off, but he went into septic shock, and he about died, and they pinpointed it back to some of the food or something that he ate.
Wow.
On the cruise. I don't know how they did that or what they did that, or
you gotta be kidding me, man.
It may not have been on the boat. It may have been on when they docked or whatever, but hail to the nah.
No, you're not getting
for
me
me.
On a cruise. Dude.
Hail to the nah.
And I've had friends like you've said where you're like, you start to no, and they're like, what do you mean no? What do you mean no? And like, you gotta be kidding me, man. Like, it's like crazy to think that I can't enjoy anything that is on a cruise outside of being on a boat in the middle of the ocean.
Right.
Like, it's just a weird thing overall. There's pool and amenities and shops and bars. Like, this is all things I get on land.
Right.
I don't need to be stranded on the fucking open sea in the international waters.
And I have a real hard time believing that those casinos are regulated while they're on those boats.
It's international waters, my boy.
International waters, you can just do whatever you feel.
So, yeah, those casinos are built on losers.
I'm going to shift gears just a little bit, but still, everybody's asking for updates on the Kansas City Chiefs fan that were found dead in their back porch.
We've been following this, and this is just, I feel like we're kind of at a stalemate, and it just keeps getting more and more like, what's missing?
Okay. But I've got some new details.
All right.
New details. For those of you who don't know, there were 3 Chiefs fans found dead at a friend's house backyard. And they were watching the Chiefs game, and then homeowner goes to bed, allegedly. Last week, we found out there was a 5th guy that was there that cruised early. But now the Fox News is reporting yesterday evening, that the Kansas City Chiefs one of the dead was found in a lawn chair on the back porch.
He's just sitting there.
He was frozen. A 5th man at the party said he left the house about midnight. The brother of one of the Kansas City Chiefs said in a statement that all the men's frozen bodies, one of the man's frozen bodies was sitting in a lawn chair, which paints a picture we didn't have from the beginning. The KCPD insisted over and over that we are not, this is not a homicide investigation. And I just saw just now that on TMZ, the homeowner has checked himself into rehab.
What?
He has checked himself into a rehab. TMZ is reporting that the owner of the house has checked himself into rehab and has had known drug history. You remember at the beginning when they were all saying they weren't a whole bunch of druggies?
Yeah,
and
they were all
drugs
upstanding dudes. Nobody was really drinkers. They all had high-profile jobs. He was a scientist, well-respected.
That
now
might
all
all
of
be
a
true.
sudden, we got drugs. But the dude sitting on the back
Might all be true.
Yeah, maybe they were doing a little. They were hopping on the horse, the H.
One of the brothers was, or one of the guys was found in a lawn chair on the back porch, and then the other two were laying flat on the ground. Medical examiners have yet to reveal the men's cause of death, and the families are getting very frustrated because it's every day the lack of answers and inability to find out what is going on.
Now I'm not so sure that there was total foul play here, because if dude was chilling on a chair on the patio, I mean, I was laid out in Easy's hammock one time. I could have died.
Right. So TMZ is reporting the man who invited several friends to his home is now seeking treatment for substance abuse, with his attorney saying he recognized that he had a problem with addiction. This is an aftermath of the three friends turning up dead in his backyard. And they found three of them dead, and another friend left the party early. Thank God he left that party early, huh? Now, it says, it's interesting that Willis is heading to rehab because TMZ has done some digging that jibes with the notion that the tragedy may perhaps be drug-related.
What has TMZ dug up?
For instance, we've learned that one of the men that has passed away had a connection to pharmaceuticals, which might shed some light.
Interesting.
They uncovered that another had an active pharmacist license, which was set to expire at the end of May. It says we don't know if he was working at a pharmacy or practicing pharmacologist. But the license would allow him to work as a technician if he desired. Another interesting fact, one of the other men who died was arrested back in Colorado in 2011 for possession of a Schedule II controlled substance. And Schedule II is not marijuana, I don't believe, right? What is Schedule II? That be like opiates and like oxy and fentanyl, that type of situation? Would be my guess.
Yeah, I think that's more of your fentanyls, your methadones and stuff. Yeah, oxycodones, oxy and stuff.
When I first saw this, I've always thought it was fentanyl. They did probably some weird drugs or something.
Oxycodone falls in the same.
Did you see those? I was reading that a couple porn stars passed away, and their husbands or boyfriends passed away. They got some bad coke and had some fentanyl in it. They gone.
Yeah, that's why you can't. I'm not saying drugs are good and you shouldn't do drugs.
Drugs are bad and good.
But street drugs are
real bad. Okay?
Something you should never do at this point in society. Never do street drugs, because that I don't know why that's a thing, but fentanyl is fucking everywhere and it just kills people.
You can do it. It's all up to you. Okay. I think it's got to be. It's got to be. Mm-hmm. But anyway, so
those
that's
dudes
the
passed
update.
out though. They were on oxys and stuff. It sounds like this story's coming to light that I don't think that the scientist man killed everyone. I think they all had some things that most of their friends and wives didn't know they were doing, and they were over at buddy's house, and things got a little out of hand on a cold night, and some dudes passed out in the backyard and froze to death.
That is true.
Which is what the original story was. We just didn't know why based on what we were being told. Is a bunch of dudes looked like there was no struggle, and they went out back and froze to death. Well, when you finally bring in the fact that a lot of the things that we heard weren't true, and maybe they were just like, let's do a bunch of oxy and go hang out and chill, and I got this blunt to smoke, and let's chill, and all 3 dudes just passed out because they were drinking a bottle of Jack Daniels that nobody knew about, and they froze to death because that was right. It happened right when you guys had that crazy winter spell coming through.
That was right. That was a couple days before it, though. I mean, it was cold. It was still freezing, maybe 20, 25, 30 degrees.
If you're passed out there for 4 or 5 hours, you're frozen.
Right.
Yeah, you're done.
You out.
You're done.
Yeah. In other crime stuff, I watched, and I remember the case, American Nightmare. Have you had a chance to watch that on
I haven't
Netflix?
watched it yet. I mean, it's in my backlog, but I haven't watched it yet. Is it any good?
I mean, it's all right. I kind of knew the story and knew how it ended up, but if you are new to the story, it's a good watch. It's a very good a documentary about what happened to a lady in, I believe it was California. Yeah, California, where she said her and her boyfriend got tied up and all sorts of weird stuff, and she got kidnapped and taken away for 2 or 3 days, and this guy had her way with her. Then she came back, and everybody thought that she made it up.
Yikes.
And she didn't. No. Well, spoiler alert, she didn't.
They turn an hour's worth of stuff into a full season of television? Is that what I'm
it's
hearing?
3 hours, I think.
Oh, okay. It's a mini.
I turned my TV on for the first time. I told my wife I turned on the TV for the first time to watch something, and I would think not other than sports. In maybe 6 months, 8 months, maybe. But it was good. It's worth a watch. I watch TikTok and YouTube.
You're like a crazy person. I mean, I do too.
I watch TikTok and YouTube, but
yeah, I got shows I watch all the time though, but not the same shows you watch. But I watch Star Trek all the time, so like I'm playing on TikTok and YouTube at the same time every night that we're watching Star Trek until I shut the TV off to go to bed.
And then I kind of got in this whole rabbit hole of crime. Like reality stuff, and I kind of went back. You remember the Natalie Holloway case, the blonde chick that got killed in Aruba or wherever, Bahamas, wherever she was at?
Yeah.
Where that Jordan Vandersloot, I guess when he was in jail, like back around Thanksgiving or October of last year, he admitted that he killed her.
Wow. Okay.
Did you know
one
that?
heard about that. No, I would expect that to have popped up everywhere.
I don't know. He was
bro. The last one of these I really followed was that weird dude in Colorado who killed his kids and threw them in oil tankers.
Oh, dude, that
was ugly. That was even though I think about it, like I don't have kids and I never think about murder, but like that whole story like makes me sick to my stomach. Like that. Ooh.
I think that. And that dude was so smooth about it. I think his name was like Chris Watts or something.
Yeah.
Chris.
Yeah, Chris.
Because there's a whole bunch of body cam footage and interviews and all sorts of stuff, and it all stems from him like having an affair with.
Yeah,
this
he
chick.
was like trying to fuck this like.
Very mid.
I think his wife was on it.
Right. I don't know. It's just very. Very strange to me,
dude,
that guy would do that.
Disgusting, though. Like
that
I
one
watched,
was a horrible.
That's
story.
one I actually followed. That was like, I think I'd just gotten on it because it was COVID times around then, and I'd just gotten on TikTok and kind of watched that. He'd already been arrested for it, but watched it all play out and all the evidence and everything, the trial, and it was just like, wow, this is fucking enamoring and disgusting at the same time.
It's just that thing was really hard to watch, and it wouldn't have been so bad. I mean, obviously it's bad if the wife dies, but since the kids were involved,
the shit that came out later, where like the kids were alive almost till the last second.
Yeah.
Like, ugh. Like,
yeah, that's brutal, man.
Yeah.
That's just there's a nice warm seat for people like that in hell.
There you go, special place.
Special place. Yeah. I mean. It's just.
I mean, that's why, I'm no one to make laws in this country, but I'm like, that sucks. That Colorado taxpayers just get to pay for that dude to live his life in that cell. Don't you just get rid of those people?
That's the thing is I just don't know what. I mean, why not just get divorced? I don't understand.
That was the whole wild thing about that. Is like, wow, you really took a long way to just literally just say, you know what, I'm gonna fuck some other girl and fuck my family. I'm gonna get divorced. We'll fight over the kids later. Like instead of like killing your wife and dropping 2 kids in oil tankers. Like what?
It's crazy.
Like,
it
but
crazy.
I mean, you know, there's more to to think about there. Like there's definitely there's definitely a failed system
horrible.
Somewhere.
It's horrible.
A man's mind or a woman's mind to get to that point where that's the route you chose. There was so many easier options.
It's crazy. But it's hard to believe that was almost 21 years ago, the girl that got killed in Aruba. It's nuts.
Yeah.
Hard to believe. Anyway, time flies, Russ.
Yeah.
When you're having a good old time. It's just sad.
Let's change the pace. Speaking of good old times, what's happening in the next few days?
Well, I'm going to be there in
here.
Yeah, buddy, in the AO Valley of the Sun. That's not going to be too sunny. Yep. We've got Friday night. We're hoping to broadcast live from the casino. I believe that's the plan. We got a little dinner situation. We've got all sorts of good things happening in Phoenix. I'm going to be there for the Waste Management Open golf tournament. Going to get to see some old pals on the old PGA Tour, hang out with them, and hopefully it's not too rainy. But
yeah, it looked like it was pretty light. It looked like the Friday was the rainiest of the rainy. That was the 70% chance day. Everything else was like 30s. So I wouldn't even count next week. It's either going to be none of that or more of what you thought you saw. Sucks, but that's kind of how it goes. But yeah, it looks like it should be a pretty nice time. It's gonna be a little cooler than it started getting, but you should have a nice time down here.
But it's warm for us because today was 70 here in Kansas, but it's been really cold lately, like really, really cold. Yeah, like freeze in your backyard type cold.
Whew. So what time you getting in tomorrow? Probably like 8 or 9, 10?
That's the thing. I'm trying to figure out what time. I'm going to work something out with my old lady, make sure everything's good here on the home front.
You got your hotel tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right. You know,
I don't know.
The room here is always it's open any day.
I think I'm going to go actually like halfway because I don't have to be.
Oh, you're going to hit like Albuquerque and something?
Yeah. Maybe. I'll have to see. I'll see where I'm at.
Yeah, and then
see what time I leave.
Yeah. Are you taking the north route or the south route?
TBD. That is to be determined. I don't know.
The weather's not an issue, so I think the north route's faster.
I think it was like 4 years ago or 5 years ago. If you come in through
Albuquerque, cutting down and coming up through Tucson is not the quickest route.
No. I go through like Payson.
Yeah, you come down through Payson. You can either come down through Payson or go the whole Flagstaff down the mountain thing.
I don't.
Because you save a lot of gas on the Flagstaff route because you just basically coast down the mountain for like fucking 40 miles.
Yeah. But 5 years ago, maybe it's 2019. Yeah. I was caught in one of the worst blizzards ever driving out of Phoenix in between Flagstaff and brutal. Like it was bad. It was.
And I was like, it's a clear night down here. It's chilly, but
it was crazy. It was absolutely nuts how packed that was. So let's see. So Friday, we're hoping to go broadcast from the casino. Mm-hmm. Saturday, we're going to be at the golf tournament concert, Post Malone. Sunday, I don't know. I don't know what we're going to do. We'll figure it out. Monday, the same. I got to work a little bit.
If
Monday
you don't got
to
do nothing Sunday, maybe we should think about meeting up and hitting one of the Hila Bend or whatever it was. property.
Oh yeah. We can do that. Maybe Sunday night. And Monday night.
I don't think we're gonna make it all the way out to the one that our friend suggested. But there's a few more that are more in town. The one that she suggests is brand new, and it's like the farthest one away.
Oh, we'll figure it out. I want to check those out Saturday or Sunday night.
Yeah, and you said you're thinking you're gonna be here till at least
Friday.
Maybe Thursday. Yeah, I'm out Thursday. I got a root canal Thursday. Another one.
You have another one?
Yeah, we're getting the rest of it sorted. I went in for my cleaning because the insurance is a bitch. They only do one side. And then I'm going in the other day and getting cleaning and the other root canal I need. And the place I do does permanent crowns same day because they make them there. So, yeah, I'm getting it all knocked out over the period of like 2 hours. It's fucking great.
I need the DJ Khaled and another one.
And another
button.
But you were thinking maybe if you don't have anything going Wednesday, we have you guys over, get you over for dinner, and do the podcast from here.
Yeah, we can do that.
Danny Hyphen will whip something up real good.
Danny, I really can't wait to get a little bit of D Hyphen's meat in my mouth.
Yeah, we can sort that out when you get here. We can we will plan the meal when you arrive for the beginning of our adventure, and we'll plan Wednesday's adventure. We'll get everyone over here. The ladies will hang out while we're podcasting it up. Danny Hyphen could guest star on our show. We have three camps. He can hang out.
Yeah.
He'll just sit there and be awkward. No, we don't talk casino talk all the time anymore though. We're just a show, and he knows how to do a show.
Yeah, I mean we don't really talk much. I mean we talk a little casino, but not much. Is there anything going on in the casino world? I actually, oddly enough, talked to Vegas Pauly C yesterday or
Did
day
you hit
before.
him up? You talked to him?
Yeah, I talked to him about he was asking me about a link or something, and if I was involved with it or doing anything with it. He was just asking, and yeah, so it was just a little bit different, but it was good to hear from him. And he was on a real good run there for a while.
He's slipping the last couple of days hard.
It's like rehab. Yeah. He just can't stop talking about the dinosaurs.
Oh my god, it was starting to get so good too. And then his vlogs.
They were good. He's been doing really, really well.
But he's had a couple the last couple of days, and
right back.
I was passively listening to one, and it got weird. All of a sudden, it was talking about dinosaurs' feet. Did you watch that one?
Really?
Where she slipped into the bathroom to take feet pics for someone? I was like, what?
Yeah.
What am I listening to? I didn't even gather it by then. But I was like passively listening. I was actually passively listening to it tonight when I was in here alone getting things started to set up for the show. And I wasn't even listening until he was reading something about where he was like, and then it was like, I just slipped and I took a picture of my feet, and I was like, what are we talking about, Vegas Policy? I fell out so long, I don't know if I care at this point. We're bringing feet pics into the thing. If this was me, I would have just, by the time I had a story about feet pics to talk about on a video, I would have said, no, I'm done with those videos.
Yeah, I'm out.
I'm out, bro.
I'm out of that. God.
So I have no clue. I have no horse in that race when it comes to the point where we're talking about people posting tweets about themselves admitting to being regretful about feet pic. Like, what are we even talking about? Even our listeners are like, whoa, what happened here? Same thing. I created a kind of a recreation of how I felt today when I was watching this Vegas ball. I just don't care about that content anymore, I guess.
I don't either. It's I don't. And I think, and he's a very stubborn fella, and he does not want to lose.
I just want to see him do what he does best.
I know.
I just want the best from my boy.
Those videos are that he produces are great. Like when he did the steak tour, that was great. I liked it.
Yeah,
it was good.
Yeah, and he was in that restaurant the other day at like 4 p.m. with Anne Marie. She's not the worst. And he got such a good walkthrough of it. Like nobody was there because they said they were over there at like 4 p.m. And it was that beautiful. I forget which restaurant it was, but it was an absolutely beautiful restaurant. It was really bar heavy. Yeah. That's a Resorts World, right?
Ocean Prime. No, it's up the street. It's on the Strip, but I don't think it's Resorts World.
I don't know if we were the same one. Oh no, the one that was at Resorts World looks like Resorts World inside.
Yes.
It's really. Yeah, he was at that
Ocean Prime, real bar heavy. There's a small bar over here with lobster.
Vegas policy. I still love Vegas policy. I'm going to this taco. I gotta make it. We worked out the schedule for my Vegas trip.
You have to.
All right, we worked it out. So it's a very short trip. I am getting there the afternoon of Valentine's Day, February 14th. I'm staying at the MGM. We actually scored reservations for the new Italian restaurant that they opened up in MGM for 6 p.m., so locked in. We are going to enjoy our evening that night and then wake up, and I told Sarah, I was like, we got to get up a little earlier to make this work. I want to get over from the MGM to the Wynn at about 9:30 to do the brunch buffet because we're not going to eat again until we go back to our hotel, enjoy our day, and get ready for the show. And then we are going to Uber out to 4440 Washington Street and have some tacos at like 4:30. And then we're going to Uber from there to the Sphere drop-off point to see you two. So that's how I'm going to work taco place into the whole deal and get some footage.
Okay.
So we're going to do that. We're going to do breakfast at the Wynn Brunch Buffet, not eat all day, and then do tacos at Vegas Poly C's Taco Place, and then go see you two. And then, yeah, that's it.
God,
I leave.
jelly.
I get up the next day, and if I have time for breakfast, I am back home in Phoenix by 2 p.m. So,
and you say you're staying at MGM?
quick trip. Yep, MGM.
Jelly. Jealous.
Free stay.
Jealous.
$100 of that Valentine's Day reservation is resort credit.
Good. Yeah. You need to use all that resort credit there, Russ Factor.
I was like, that's a good Valentine's Day.
I've been watching a lot of slot streamers lately, and it's just interesting just watching what they're doing. I don't know if I'm getting bored with some of the folks or they're getting bored producing the content. But
I think the latter.
Maybe.
I see a lot of that. I actually watch a lot of people, too. I watch some people we're not going to talk about who don't necessarily need to be doing content, really feeling the latter.
It's just, I don't know. It's just.
Nobody does what we do, though. Like, that's the thing. Like,
what's that?
More than casino content.
Yeah. I mean, that's the bulk of our stuff.
A lot of these guys that don't have something prior, like, they don't have things to fall back on. So, and I'm not talking shit. I'm not saying they need that, but like, I found we do need that because of A, the logistics, B, the reality, and C, the burnout.
Yeah, it's just, I kind of went through a little bit of that around Christmas where it was just like, man, this is just,
yeah.
But now I'm revitalized. I've had a bunch of good weeks at the casino, and I went with my wife, watched that video.
Well, you've toned outside, like I said, you still produce the content, but you've toned down kind of your schedule. Because when you were going hard last year, you got to think you were going live like sometimes fucking four nights a week.
Yeah, I've been trying to just go Sundays for sure to get a good schedule at least once a week. But
and then when you and Bubba can team up on a different night, that's a whole different vibe. That's just easy content, fun, positive vibes.
Yeah, like a Tuesday if Bubba can go. I've been trying to stay away from the casino Friday and Saturday because it's just so tight there.
But you get down there on other days and don't go live. You film content
stuff.
And normally, like this time last year, you would have been like, no, my obligation is to film 10 videos and then do a 2-hour live, like 3 nights a week. Insane. It wasn't sustainable.
It isn't, and it's not only not sustainable financially, but just mentally and physically. No. It's just it was
not
just
even
kind
the
of
finances. It's the more physical thing. That's just like this is unreal.
But I don't, like I say, I don't know the streamers.
It's funny for you to see the streamers kind of still struggle with that. Where, like, I think I can relate with that from a different content standpoint of you want to go live, but the hard reality is your live content doesn't really make money.
I don't know.
Not like a good schedule of pre-produced content.
No, it's kind of, it depends. I mean, I think our best
But if you do nothing but go live, though, it's not, the platforms don't pay out anywhere near what really good viral content does.
What used to be really good is I would chop up the lives and then split them out, and we used to get some really good views on those. But now, so many people are watching.
I don't know why you've never done this, or if you have, I just don't know. But recording without being live.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing lately. All the videos that I've had.
That's perfect, and you kind of get that vibe from it because it has. That's why I wasn't sure, because I miss some lives. You go live at different times. I'm doing things, that you're doing.
What, you don't watch all of them?
I don't.
I'm kidding.
I'm busy. I'm a man. I have a life. I do watch a lot of them, though. I watch most of them. I don't watch most of them.
Like I say, I don't know if I was just getting bored with it or bored with watching them, or you can tell a lot of the big streamers are, or maybe I just know. I don't know. But anyway.
I honestly just feel like it's they're kind of not on the wavelength you are. A lot of these guys haven't been doing, and it's totally unrelated, what we've been doing on the internet for years, which is trying anything. This is a lot of these guys' first go, and it paid off big because they hit a viral wave. But you and I, we were trying to hit early fucking things on the internet, and not all of them landed. Some of them should have. It's just
you remember we were one of the first radio stations to put our live stream
video on the internet.
Video.
Oh my God, we had a webcam. It was a ball, and we had it duct taped to the wall by the studio door at the radio station. Fly 92.7. We had this ball webcam, fucking year 2000, sitting up there, connected to our HughesNet connected server computer.
And it was just like it was very similar to the.
No, that wasn't HughesNet's the direct. What was the name?
I don't remember.
God, I can remember. No, hold on.
It was very similar to the frame rate as that American Airlines flight into the Pentagon, where you're really not sure what's going on, but you do see the explosion.
Yeah, about
Pixius.
0.5 frames per second. You saw.
Wasn't it Pixius Communications?
Hubris.
Oh God.
Danny Hyphen, come say hello.
That was funny. Hi, Danny Hyphen.
I'm here to say hello.
Hello, Danny Hyphen. How are
doing?
you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. Gonna see you in a couple days.
Yeah, good to see.
I told him we're gonna figure out maybe cooking a meal on Wednesday.
Ooh,
on the podcast.
What sounds good?
We'll figure that out when he gets
Your meat.
Meat. I have plans then.
All right.
Lather something up with Sweet Baby Ray's or bone sucking. We got that jar bone sucking in there. Lather up one of them porks.
You guys can discuss all that bone sucking after. What? Yeah, it might be. That might work. We'll have to chat. We'll chat about it. We'll chat about that. That'll be good. That'll be good.
All right, give him kisses.
Well, good to see you, D Hyphen. See you in a couple days.
Tell him to give me kisses.
Yeah, so I'm going to be leaving probably noonish tomorrow. It's the goal tomorrow. So I'll be in Phoenix all next week, and it'll be fantastic.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, as I just saw, was finally my YouTube chat came up, and some of the folks are talking about some of the streamers doing $150, $200 bets like they're nothing, and then complaining about when they get a hand pay that's like $3,000 that it's nothing. And I'm just like, come on, man. I'm out of touch.
Yeah.
I'm out of time.
And that's the wild thing to watch is watching a lot of these dudes and going, wow, like, what are you going to be doing this time next year? Because this is highly unsustainable. I don't know. I feel like like I said, we do two very different contents, and I just kind of get to dip my toes in this realm. But like we're the same in the sense that when things get kind of weird and shaky, you're gonna figure out how to still entertain people with something relevant.
Yeah, you hope to.
Like we've got just so many ideas rattling around in our brain from just being like broadcasting on the internet for 2 decades almost.
I think that I don't know. It's just like I say, hopefully
marketing. That's our problem.
What are you eating now?
I don't know, rice and fucking sausage.
Okay, put that down. I can't listen to it or mute it. I can't watch people eat. I can't listen to people eat. I can't listen to that. I got to turn that down.
Macaroni sounds.
I just
it's
can't
just
do
like
it.
making love.
No, it's not actually, because I like that.
Well, I mean, listen in sometimes. You're just making macaroni sounds down
there. Ugh, sick. Now I won't be able to eat that any longer. All right, so be looking for some fresh new content coming up from
thinking
Phoenix. Arby's. Stay away from the cottage cheese, Russ Factor. That's what you got to do. And the Russ Factor broadcasts live every Friday, right? You're going to be doing your regular Friday show this Friday?
No, because I'm hanging out with you and going to dinner.
Yeah,
We're going to the casino. So no, I will not be live this Friday on my show because I will be live with all of you at Talking Stick Resort.
Yes, hopefully that's the case. Hopefully we there's no whatever.
I think we'll be
But
fine.
I don't know what time. I don't know what is going on. I don't know any of that.
It's going to be, if I had to guess, ladies and gentlemen, based on what I know the plan is don't expect to see us until, based on us being an hour ahead of California, at least 8 or 9, probably closer to 9 Pacific.
9 times.
That'll be 10 p.m. Arizona time because we got a nice little dinner going on at about probably, I think, 7:30. You said you're picking me up, right?
I think it's actually earlier in that.
Cool, you're picking me up, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm picking you up. All right, so be looking for all that good stuff. And do you have any closing thoughts?
No.
Don't eat that. Do not eat that. I will
Look,
right.
I'm forking myself.
I think you're at like a 10 now, Russ Factor. All right, we will see you. I'll be in next Wednesday. 2 Guys 1 slot will be live from that guy's studio right there.
Yeah, and he'll have like a city behind him.
Yeah,
it'll be crazy.
Live
he'll
from the city.
be live from my background. I'll change the halo out with this slot machine above us that everybody seemed to like at the beginning of the show.
Yes.
But
all right,
yeah,
we'll see you.
No, we won't.
Take care.
No, we're not done.
I'm leaving right now, Russ.
Goodbye. I got another hour lined up with you guys. Stay tuned. Oh, my God. We got such a great program coming up for you. I got a live donkey I'm going to get out. All right. We'll see you guys live on stream at some point Friday night. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.
Bye.